All right, you're a real estate agent and you want to close business right away. You want to start making money and closing deals. In this video, I'm going to talk about the actions you can take to close deals as fast as possible. Coming up right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. This YouTube channel is all about one thing, helping you close more deals. All I do on this channel is share the exact strategies and techniques that have worked for me and helped me become a multi-million-dollar producer. Now, if it's your first time in this channel, like I always say, make sure you're going back and watch my old videos. There's a lot of good value there. I have a video on how to work with investors. It's almost everything I know about the topic. I have a video all about hosting open houses that I think is super valuable. I just put out a video all about social media. This is all free. Okay, I'm not selling you anything, and this stuff all works. It works in my business, and you can literally copy exactly what I do. So make sure you check out those old videos. All right, so today we're gonna talk about immediate business. I talk a lot about just how to be successful in real estate sales in general. I'm gonna talk about if you just wanna hit the ground running, if you're just ready and eager to just tear into it and you wanna start closing deals, here is what I would do if I could start all over again. These are the actions. It looks like I have 3 or 4 things in here that we're going to talk about. These are the things that if you want to close deals right away, if you're on the time clock to get some income because you just quit your job and you only saved up a certain amount of money, whatever the case may be, these are the things that you need to focus on if you want to close deals right away. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you, and you've heard me say this before probably, here's what you need to stop doing. Here is what is not going to get you immediate business. Ordering business cards, designing a logo, designing a website, designing a for sale sign, creating an email signature. There are so many random tasks that a new agent can get preoccupied with that are not going to help you close deals right away. Okay, look, you'll get an email signature eventually. You'll be able to pay someone to do a professional website if you start closing deals. Stop focusing on busy work. It is so tempting to do busy work, right? Because lead generating is hard. And if you want to close deals right away, you need to be lead generating from day one. All right, so my first tip for you, focus on your hobby groups. So many agents take this for granted. If you have a place of worship, a church or a synagogue or a mosque or whatever, that is a huge driver of business for you most likely. This is a community of people who know, like, and trust you already. They're familiar with you. You have good rapport with them. That is one of the most likely places of business. Same thing for your gym, whether it's a CrossFit gym or a Pilates or yoga studio or just a regular Planet Fitness. Even better if it's some kind of group class. That's a very common one. I still get 25% of my business from a gym that I'm part of. You might be into bicycling or kayaking or rock climbing or hiking. You might be into crocheting or collecting stamps. You probably do. You should have some passions or hobbies outside of real estate. You have a group of people that you connect with about those topics, and these are the people that you should be focused on day one in your real estate business. They need to know you're a real estate agent, whether you talk about that in class or at church, whether you call those people up and share with them that you've made a career change, or whether you just make sure that you're friends with them on Facebook and you're posting about your career change. Whatever it is, these people need to be aware that you're a real estate agent. These people are the most likely to hire you for your first pieces of business. So number 1, focus on the hobby groups. Number 2, on the weekends, focus on the open houses. I got my first sale from hosting an open house. A lady came in with her daughter. She was from China originally. She didn't know anyone, and she was ready to buy. She was pre-approved. Actually, I'm sorry, she wasn't pre-approved. She was a cash buyer at a great price point. We closed the house, I think it was around $650,000. For my first deal, it was cash. I'm not saying it was easy, but that came from an open house. The reason why open houses are so great is very often you're having immediate exposure to people who are qualified and ready to buy. That's not always the case, but very often it is. Now, make sure when you're setting up and hosting open houses, you're following a certain strategy. I have an entire video about this, but don't host random open houses all over the city that you live in, because there's no point to hosting an open house in an area that you're unfamiliar with. So utilize the expertise you have of a certain neighborhood and only host open houses there. But open houses are one of the highest probabilities of you closing a deal very quickly. Now, you're not necessarily going to sign a contract right away with a person you meet day one, but everyone you meet at that open house, you're going to put into your CRM, and you are going to follow up with them systematically until they're ready to use you as their agent. All right, so we got focusing on your hobby groups. We've got focusing on open houses. Here's one that does not get talked about enough: door knocking. Door knocking is literally when you walk around a neighborhood, knock on the door, introduce yourself, maybe you bring them a little gift, and you just create a conversation. You let them know you're a local real estate agent. You should be door knocking in the neighborhood that you live in, because then you can tell them that you're their neighbor, and then they feel maybe a little bit more comfortable with you. You already know a lot of information. You're an expert in that neighborhood. But the reason why I haven't talked about door knocking as much is because door knocking is extremely interesting to me, because it is the least leveraged lead generation tactic, right? Like, you have to physically be there knocking on doors. You know, it's not like paying for ads, which you can be sleeping and getting leads in, although that does not mean that it's the best way to get leads. But door knocking is not highly leveraged, but it is highly, highly effective, because what's going to happen when you door knock is, of course, a large percentage won't answer the door, they won't be home, whatever. Then you'll have a group of people who will answer the door and not want anything to do with you. That's fine. We're just trying to weed through these people. There will be a percentage of people when you door knock who will love to have a conversation with you. They will be excited to see you. Maybe they will be excited that they're your neighbor. Maybe some people are just friendly. Some people just like to talk. Some people will open up with you. These people are so much easier to build rapport with, because you're standing there talking to them in person and you knocked on their door. It shows incredible initiative. And listen, the big key to door knocking is that you just have to expect a lot of people are not going to answer or not going to be interested in talking with you. Those are not the people you're trying to connect with. You have to have it laser etched in your mind that you are trying to get to the people who are interested in speaking with you. Maybe that's 5% of the doors that you knock. Maybe it's 15 on a good day. Maybe it's 1% on a bad day. But everyone that you do have a conversation with, it's a high degree of likelihood that they will either do business with you in the future or refer you to someone who will do business with you. So you're going to just have a natural conversation with them. Maybe you have baked cookies and you're bringing them around to the door. I think that's a great idea. Maybe you've got a little report of what's going on with the real estate market with your business card attached, right? This does not have to be complicated. Just think of something of value. If someone knocked on your door, what would you be excited to receive from them, right? So you've got that, and then you're just going to have a natural conversation with them, and you're going to be taking notes either in your mind or have a notebook and take notes as they talk. All this information is going to go in the CRM. You're going to write who you talked to, what their age was. You got to get some form of contact. Most importantly, an email, but ideally, you already have their address, which is fantastic because now you can send them gifts and a thank you card, but you really want to try to walk away at the very least with their email and phone number. You can just say, look, is it okay if I follow up? I won't spam you. I send gifts. I provide value. If you do this for a weekend or a couple days and you walk away with, let's be really conservative. Let's say you walk away with 20 people's names, addresses, email, and phone number. That is a gold mine of information for you. If you're even halfway decent at following up, if the next day you simply, buy a $1 card and write them a handwritten note and send it to their address, your esteem is going way up in their eyes, okay? If you follow up with them in a week with some valuable information, maybe it's an event going on in the area, maybe it's some important news to that area, or maybe you just send them another gift. After a period of time, you are absolutely going to work with them, or they're going to refer you to someone that they know who needs a realtor. So again, if you need business right away, do not sleep on door knocking. I know it takes a lot of confidence. I know it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, But the mindset that helps me is that you're trying to help people. You're trying to provide value. You believe within yourself that you are going to do a better job than any other agent they come across. So you owe it to them to let them know you're an agent and a great agent, to introduce yourself and to create that rapport. So if you're really feeling anxious about getting money quick, I hope you're ready to door knock. And then of course, just to end off this video, for all of these methods I just mentioned, it's going to be extremely rare that you sign an agreement right away and help them go under contract. 95% of the time, it's going to require at least, I would say, 6 follow-ups before they're ready to do business with you or refer you to a friend or family member. So this is a marathon, not a sprint. I always say this, real estate is not easy, but it's not complicated. All you have to do is outlast the competition. The average agent will not follow up at all. There'll be a percentage of agents who might follow up once or twice. There might be the rare agent who follows up 4 times. And then there's the rich agent who follows up 6 times or more, however long it takes. You should either be closing a deal with them or they should be telling you to get lost and never reach out to them again. So look, it's not easy. Okay, you have to overcome some feelings of bothering people or being awkward, but this is a very clear path set out for you to make a lot of money. So you need immediate business. You're going to really lean into your hobby groups. If you don't have any hobby groups, you need to join some. And just for your life, you should be working out somewhere. You probably have some aspect of your spiritual life that you want to feed. You should have some kind of hobby outside of your work. So that is a major opportunity for your first pieces of business. Open houses on the weekends in your neighborhood. You're going to get in front of people who are ready to buy. And you're also going to get in front of neighbors who, are interested in how well you are doing selling their neighbor's home. And the last one is door knocking. I'm telling you, if you door knock 1 or 2 days a week for a month straight, if you get 25 names and contact information, and if you follow up with those people 6 times or more, you are going to be closing deals really fast. And the beautiful piece of this is, in real estate, everything snowballs. So if you help someone sell their home, you should be able to market that into another buyer and another listing. Everything in real estate snowballs. Every opportunity to work with someone is an opportunity to market and work with other people. So hope that was helpful. Hope it got you excited. Listen, if you really want it, it's out there for you to take. So there's no excuses. This is some real ideas to close business right away. Hope you enjoyed that. Look out for me going live soon, probably every Friday. Going to be going live, free coaching, answering your questions, so look out for that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.